Abhivadaye. This is the continuation of the detailed explanation of Aditya Hrudayam Stotram. For recitation of the Stotram, check this video. You will also find the link below in the description of this video. Also, there is part 1, part 2 and part 3 of this series. You can watch them after watching this video too. For those who have not watched the first 3 parts, very quickly I want to tell you the basics. It is a reminder for those who have already watched. Basically there are 3 levels of looking at sun, and also the meaning of the Aditya Hrudayam Stotram can be analyzed from these 3 levels. First level is looking at the sun as a mass of hot gases that is providing us with light and warmth and much more. Second level is looking at the sun as God, considering him as a form of God who is taking care of us. And third level is looking at sun as a representation of the inner light within us, the Atman, which is unchanging even if my physical body, my thoughts and emotions are changing. I will be taking up the first and last viewpoints in explaining the meaning. That is from the viewpoint of the physical sun and from the viewpoint of the internal sun, the Atman. Nama Ugraya Viraya Sarangaya Namo Namaha Namah Padma Prabodhaya Martandaya Namo Namaha. Ugraya means to Ugraha. Ugraha means one who is fierce. The sun is fierce mainly during summer, especially in the afternoon. With regards to the Atman, it is Anupasakanam Ugraha, meaning one who is fierce towards Anupasakas. Upasana means being intent upon something or being engaged in some purpose. Anupasakaha is one who is not engaged in any purpose. Towards such people, one who becomes fierce is called Ugraha. This definitely refers to the Atman, because have you noticed that when you take a wrong path, how your conscience pricks you? Also, when we do something against our inner values or against our aligned purpose, we face lots of obstacles. At least I have experienced this personally. And when we choose the path that is meant for us, suddenly we feel light and happy from inside, and also things start easing out. The next word is Veeraha. Vividham Irayati Prerayati iti Veeraha. One who inspires or motivates in various ways is Veeraha. The sun motivates each one differently. When the sun comes up, a farmer is motivated to go to the field and work there. A poet is motivated to write a poem on the sun. Children will be motivated to become very active and play. So the sun motivates us in different ways. Same with the Atman. It motivates each one of us in different ways. Next word is Sarangaya, which means to Sarangaha. If we look at the etymology of the word Sarangaha, it is Saram, Shighram, Gachati, iti Sarangaha. Saram means Shighram, which means fast. And Ga in Saranga means Gachati, to go. So one who moves very fast is called Sarangaha. Now this is more scientific aspect than the poetic aspect of the sun. When we see the sun from here, we do not feel that he moves fast. But in the space, the sun moves very fast on his orbit. Ekena nimishardhena dvisahasra yojanam gachati iti Purana Siddham. Our Puranas say that the sun travels 200 yojanas in 30 seconds, in half a minute. With respect to the Atman, it is Saram, referring to the Pranavaha, which is Omkara. Why is Omkara called Saram? In Sanskrit, Saram means essence. It is said that the essence of the 3 Vedas is the 3 lines of the Gayatri mantra, which are Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. And the essence of these 3 lines is the Vyahriti, which is Bhur Bhuvaswaha. And the essence of this Vyahriti is the Om. So with regards to the Atman or the Brahman, it is Sarena Gamyate iti Sarangaha, meaning one that can be attained using the Saram, which is the Omkara. The Omkara is said to be the Brahman in the sound form. Many Upanishads speak about the importance of Om. The next word is Padma Prabodhaya, meaning to the Padma Prabodha, which means one who awakens the lotus. When the sun rises, the lotus blooms. Also, many of you might be knowing that there are chakras in our bodies, which are nothing but energy centers. There are many chakras, but mainly there are 7 chakras. These chakras are said to be in the form of a lotus. The Mooladhara chakra is said to have 4 petals. Swadhisthana chakra is said to be a 6-petaled lotus. Manipura chakra is said to be 10-petaled lotus. Anahata is 12-petaled lotus. Vishuddhi chakra is 16-petaled lotus. Agnya chakra, also called the third eye, is 2-petaled lotus. And Sahasrara is infinite petaled lotus. So with respect to the Atman, we can consider it as the one who opens up these chakras, or the one who awakens the lotuses within each of our chakras. And the last name in this verse is Martanda, the meaning of which we had already seen in great detail, because the word Martandaha appears in shloka number 11. There also I had mentioned that Martanda and Martanda are one and the same. Brahmeshana Chuteshaya Suryayaditya Varchase Bhaswate Sarva Bhakshaya Raudra Yavapushe Namaha. Brahmeshana Chuteshaya. Here the actual word is Brahmeshana Chuteshaha. Brahmeshana Chuteshaya means to Brahmeshana Chutesha. If I split this word, there are actually 3 words in it, which are Brahma, Ishana and Achyuta. So it is saying the sun is Brahma, Ishana, that is Shiva. In fact, Ishana refers to Shiva in the form of sun, and Achyuta refers to Vishnu. If you are wondering how sun can be Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, we had already discussed this in detail in shloka number 8. With respect to the Atman, this same word can be split up in a slightly different manner and it gives another beautiful meaning. That is the beauty of Sanskrit language. It can be split like this: Brahma Ishanayoho Achyutaha Ishaha, meaning one who is the Lord of Brahma and Isha, and Achyutaha here means always, without stopping. Chutihi means to stop, to cut off. Achyutaha means one who does not cut off. He is always the Ishaha, without any stoppage. He is the Ishaha for Brahma and Ishana. Who else other than the Supreme Brahman can be the Lord of Brahma and Ishana? Next word is Suryaya, which means to Surya. We had already seen the meaning of the word Surya in detail in shloka number 10 of Aditya Hrudayam, so I won't discuss it again. Next word is Aditya, which we had already discussed before. You will find the links to the previous parts, that is part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4 of Aditya Hrudayam series in the description, and also I will put it in the pinned comments. The next word is Varchas, which means brightness. Both the sun and the Atman are very bright. As I said before, though we cannot see the brightness of the Atman, people who have experienced it have described it as more brighter than 1,000,000 suns. Bhaswate, which means to Bhaswan. We need to look at the meaning of the word Bhaswan. It is Bha Asya Asti iti Bhaswan. Previously, while discussing the meaning of Bhaskara, I had mentioned that Bha in Sanskrit means light. So one who possesses light is Bhaswan. The next word is Sarva Bhakshaha. Sarvam Bhakshati iti Sarva Bhakshaha. One who eats up everything. The sun sucks out the moisture and then dries up everything and finally degenerates it. Also, during the time of Pralaya or great dissolution, the Brahman eats up everything, which means everything merges within it. And in this context, another similar word used is Raudraya Vapushe, meaning one who has a fierce, scary appearance. This word Raudraha is equivalent to the word Ugraha, whose meaning we saw before, which means fierce. Another way of looking at the word Raudraya is Rudraya Rogadravakaya. Rogadravakaha means one who melts away diseases. Both the sun and the Atman do this. Many illnesses these days are because of lack of vitamin D, which is due to lack of exposure to the sunlight. And the Atman also melts away diseases. When we calm down ourselves, when we get out of the egoic mind and connect with the Atman, many illnesses just go away. Also, further detailed explanation of the word Raudra is Ruhu Dukkham Tanmoolau Ragadveshau Tanmoolam Ajnanam Cha Dravayati iti Rudraha Tasya idam iti Raudraha. Meaning, Ruhu stands for Dukkham, which means sorrow or pain, and Tanmoolau Ragadveshau. What is the root cause of suffering? The commentator says it is Raga, which means attachment, and Dvesha, which means hatred. And further the commentary says Tanmoolam Ajnanam, and the root cause of this attachment and aversion is Ajnanam, which means ignorance. And one who Dravayati, meaning melts this ignorance, is called Rudraha. So beautifully explained by the Tilaka commentary. So Raudraya Vapushe, meaning the one who is having the form of Rudra, and Rudra in turn means one who melts away ignorance, which is the Atman. So overall, this verse means I bow down to the one who is Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, one who is Surya, Aditya, and one who is bright, one who possesses light, and one who eats everything, and one who is having a fierce form. Tamoghnaya himaghnaya shatrughnaya amitatmane kritaghnaghnaya devaya jyotisham pataye namaha. Tamaha andhakaram ghnati hanti iti tamoghnaha. Tamaha means andhakarha, darkness. Gnati means hanti, and hanti means to kill. So one who kills darkness is tamognaha. This applies to both the sun and the Atman because darkness is equivalent to ignorance. Then himagnaha is himam gnati iti himagnaha, one who destroys snow. We had seen while saying the meaning of Shishira Nashanaha, which is quite similar to this. The cold represents laziness or inactivity. One who destroys inactivity is Himagnaha. Again applies to both sun and the Atman. Next is Shatrugnaha, which is Shatrun Gnati iti Shatrugnaha, which is one who destroys enemies is Shatrugnaha. Shatruhu is not just an outside enemy, it also includes anything which obstructs our growth, which includes even physical illness. The sun definitely destroys many illnesses. Exposure to sunlight also uplifts our mental health, so he destroys mental illness too, which is also a Shatru. With regards to the Atman, the commentary says Shatruhu Deha Aham Bhavaha, meaning the true enemy is associating ourselves too much with our body. This over attachment to our physical body is again due to ignorance, which we saw while discussing the meaning of the word Raudra. And it is the Atma Jnana which removes this ignorance, and hence this over attachment to the physical body. We of course need to take care of our body because it is a tool through which the Atman has come here to experience this world. It is said like this: Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. Only through this body can we do dharma. But over attachment to the body leads to suffering. One thing to be noted here is those three words Tamoghna, Himagna, Shatrughna. When reciting it, the Ghna has to be Mahaprana Gha. There has to be a Mahaprana Gha while reciting the Ghna. The next word is Amitatmane. Amita means limitless. Mita means limited and Amita means limitless. Amitatma is one who is limitless. Of course, the sun is limitless. He is glowing and giving light from millions and millions of years, but his battery is not yet gone. So definitely he is unlimited. Also, Amitatma is Amitaha, Aparichinnaha, Atmaswarupam yasya asau amitatma, meaning one who is aparichinnaha, meaning one who is not limited. Not limited by what? Not limited by desha or kala. That is, not limited by space or time. And who is in the form of the Atman is called Amitatma. Next word is Kritagnagnaya. Here is an interesting thing. Kritagnaha means one who is grateful. That is, one who remembers whatever good was done to him or her. Kritagnaha means ungrateful. Slight change in the pronunciation gives a totally different meaning. And here it says Kritagnagnaya, which means the destroyer of the ungrateful. The Tilaka commentary says Kritam Chetanatva Lakshanam Bhagavat Kritam Upakaram Ghnanti Vismaranti Ye Te Kritagnaha Agnaha. Kritam refers to any good or any help that is being done to us, and he says it is Chetanatva Lakshanam, which means it is the indicator of consciousness. It is also Bhagavat Kritaha Upakaraha, meaning it is also the help done by God. How does God help us? He will not appear with Shankha, Chakra, Gada or Trishula and come and help. He helps us through other people. This God consciousness will inspire someone to help us during our difficult times, and through some person God will help us. That is why the commenter says any help or any good done to us is Chetanatva Lakshanam. It is an indicator of Chetana, which is the consciousness, the Atman. One who forgets the help or good done is Kritagna. And who are the people who forget the good done to them? They are the Agnaha, the ignorant people. And who is the destroyer of ignorance? It is of course the Atman. As you progress spiritually, that is, as you start connecting with your core, the Atman, more and more, you will notice that you will start feeling grateful for everything. You will start feeling grateful to the sun for the warmth he gives, for the plants, the trees, small incidents that happen to you. For all that you will start feeling grateful. If we are always in the mind and focusing only on problems, then we are away from the Atman and we are in the Kritagna mode. Then the word is Devaya, which means to the Deva. Deepyamanaha Devaha, meaning one who shines is Deva. Applies to both the sun and the Atman. Next word is Jyotisham Pataye, which means to the Lord of light objects or light beings. I had already discussed the meaning of the word Jyotir Gananam Pataye, and the same meaning applies here. Taptachami Karabhaya Vanhaye Vishwakarmane Namastamo Bhinignaya Ruchaye Lokasakshine. Taptachami Karabhaya is Taptam Chamikaram Iva Abha Yasya Saha Taptachami Karabhaha Tasmai. Taptam Chamikaram means heated gold. Chamikaram means gold and Taptam means heated. Taptam Chamikaram Iva Abhayasya Saha is one who has the appearance of heated gold. Abha means appearance. Basically, it is referring to the brightness. Next word is Vanhaye, which is again to the Vanhi. Vanhihi means fire. Vahatiti Vanhihi. One who carries is Vanhihi. The fire carries the havis, that is the offerings that are put into the fire. That is why fire is called Vanhihi. Here, with reference to the sun, it is Agni Rupena Havyavahanaya, meaning one who, in the form of fire, carries the havis. The sun manifests himself on the earth as fire. Next word is Vishwakarmane, which means to the Vishwakarman, which means Vishwam Karma Yasya Saha Vishwakarman, one whose job is this world. Further, the commentary says Sarva Jagat Kartre iti arthaha, meaning this word Vishwakarma means one who is the maker of this world. His job is to create this world. It applies to the sun because most of the things on this earth are made because of him. And of course it applies to the Supreme Brahman too. Next word is Namastamobhinighnaya, which is Namaha, Tamaha, Abhinighnaya, if we split the sandhis. Namaha means salutations. Tamaha Abhinighnaya means one who slays or kills darkness. Again here the meaning is same as Tamoghna, which we saw before. So I won't repeat it again. Next word is Ruchaye. Ruchaye is Rochate iti ruchihi. The word Rochate in Sanskrit is from the dhatu Ruch, which means to like. The dhatu Ruch also means to shine. Here we can take the meaning of Ruch to be to glow or to shine. This again applies to both the sun and the Atman. Next word is Lokasakshine, which means to the Lokasakshi. The sun from above is able to see the whole world and all that is happening here. So he is called Lokasakshi. Also Lokasakshi is Lokanam Jananam Antaryamitaya Sukrita Dushkrita Karma Sakshi, meaning one who is the witness of the good deeds Sukrita and bad deeds Dushkrita of the people Jananam. Antaryamitaya, meaning by being within the people, he is witnessing the good and the bad deeds done by them. The Atman is just the witnesser. It should be noted here that the Atman is just a Sakshi, witnesser. The Atman does not have any opinions and prejudice. It just observes. So this word Lokasakshine definitely refers to the Atman also. I will stop here. In the next video, I will be completing the Aditya Hrudayam series. I hope you all enjoyed knowing the meaning of each word of Aditya Hrudayam from two different angles. That is, looking at the word from the point of the physical sun and from the point of the Atman. I am curious to know which of these two viewpoints resonates most with you. When you recite the Aditya Hrudayam Stotram, will you be recalling the meanings from the viewpoint of the physical sun or from the viewpoint of the Atman? If you ask me this question, I was reciting this stotram during my high school days, and at that time I was looking at it from the viewpoint of the sun. Now I resonate more with the Atman, but since for many years I told it from the viewpoint of physical sun in mind, now both the viewpoints come to my mind while reciting. Please let me know how it is or how it will be for you in the comments. Also do subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. It definitely helps me in growing this channel. Also do share this video with interested people. Punardarshanaya Namo Namaha.